start presenting, and I don't know who you need me to invite up, but just let me know and I can do that.
Perfect. I'll share my screen, see if I can do both.
Okay, I can see it, and just Jacopo, confirm that you can see it.
Yeah, can you guys see that sometimes
Yep.
people cannot see screen? Uh-oh.
Okay, he cannot. Okay, try unsharing and sharing again, Jose, because I can see it, but since Jacopo is recording, I need him to be able to see it.
Let's wait a few seconds, see if it's loading, and then people can see it. Nothing yet?
I'm asking him 1 second. Okay, he's not seeing it. Can you, Jose, can you leave and come back?
Okay, I'll try again.
Thank you. Sorry about that, guys. Thank you all for joining. Welcome in. And while we wait, if you want to message how you doing today, that's Jose coming back. Okay, welcome back. Try sharing again.
In better luck now.
Give me a second, just waiting for a response. Okay, it's still not working. And let me try sharing the slides, and then we can try it that way. Give me 1 second. Requested access to the slides, if you could approve that, Jose.
I mean, right now.
Okay, perfect. Let me share. I know, Mike. It's so frustrating, and it's really not in anyone's end. It's just like Discord is so finicky sometimes. Jacopo,
I see them now.
Hold on, he's typing. Okay, you can see mine. I guess I have just the magic computer. All right. Well, just say next or pause for a few seconds, and I'll go to the next slide. And let me know if you want me to invite anybody up, and we can get into it. Take it away.
Woo. Then we're in. Hi, everyone. Today, for Water Cooler Chat, we'll be having the Treasury talk for August. Just as a reminder for everyone, we're hosting this talk where all SPE contributors and upcoming SPE contributors can showcase their projects, and we do this once per month. Usually it's on the very first Monday of the month, but because of summer rescheduling, we did it on the second one. But usually expect always Treasury Talk to happen on the first Monday of the month. Next slide, please. Just a brief intro. For those that don't know me, I'm Jose. I'm working along Noma at GovWorks. We do assist new contributors and ongoing SP contributors to move their way through Livepeer and also helping showcase their work in the community. We also have N with us, and we'll be inviting others to jump on stage and present their SP updates and progress. Yeah. As a reminder, also, please, we have a lot of SPs coming in the pipeline, so please stick to the 5-minute rule per presentation so we don't go too much over the hour. Next slide, please. So to start, just a brief recap on what happened in July. July, as usually, is a calm month in the industry, but we still have some activity. So we had the Live Infra SP on-chain proposal passed. If you didn't see that yet, go check it out. It's promising. We published also our Treasury retrospective report. So GovWorks first term finished in July, and we published some insights of our experience with Livepeer Treasury and some analysis and data to what the Treasury spending has been. We will also go briefly through it at the end of the presentation so you can know more how Livepeer is spending their Treasury. We are also working with SPs to create a more consistent milestone tracking framework. So we're using at the moment KarmaGap platform, and some SPs are already filling theirs. So if you have not yet, please do it or reach out to us if you need some assistance. We also have in the forum Livepeer Foundation published their tactical recommendations. You can go check them out. And there are some technical updates for governance, so voters can now publish their rationales both in the Explorer and the Livepeer Go client. This is very important because in this way we can also hear the opinion of the orchestrators, why they vote what they vote. You also have, I saw Joseph shared the link for the tactical recommendation forum post, so you can check that out. Next slide, please. First, we have one upcoming SP proposal. So for that, we can invite on stage to serial winner. If you can raise your hand, or N can already invite you on.
Welcome.
Welcome. So serial winner reached out to us because he wanted to propose a project he's working on for Livepeer Treasury. So please feel free to showcase it to us. The stage is yours.
All right. Thank you so much, Jose, and thank you, N, for inviting me to the stage. So this is what we've been working on for a while now. So for a couple of weeks, we've been building a way for anyone to dedicate on Livepeer with their local currency. And our project is called Lysa Stake. Next slide, please. So currently, dedicating on Livepeer will involve a user having some LPT tokens and also some gas fees, Ethereum on Arbitrum, and also a level of understanding of dedication flows. But what we are building is a way for anyone to actually dedicate on Livepeer with their local currency. And we plan to increase support for more currencies. But for the moment, we are considering beginning with 4 basic currencies that we believe covers a whole lot of people. And we have the 4 as USD, Euro, pounds and starting with Naira first. So what this does is a simple platform to delegate on Livepeer with local currency. No need for wallets, no need for tokens, and no need for gas fees. Next slide, please. Yeah, so this is simply how it works. So the users will deposit their fiat, and the fiat is auto converted to LPT tokens. Lysa will handle all gas and delegation steps for the users. And also the delegations and rewards are all transparent and available on chain. So users can at any point access their delegations and view it by themselves. Next slide, please. So these are some of the benefits this platform will bring in to users. So it's lowering the technical barrier that formerly has prohibited people from participating on Livepeer delegation by allowing anyone to delegate without any crypto knowledge or wallet needed. It's also going to allow users to enrich youths, support a network they believe in, and finally to add more utility for fiat currencies. Next slide, please. And these are some of the benefits to bring to Livepeer blockchain. So it's going to bring a lot more stakes for orchestrators, resulting in a more stronger network security for Livepeer. And it's also increased participation across regions and demographics. So this will tap into like local and emerging markets that previously did not have access to LPT tokens, but they can now come on board on Livepeer using their local currencies. And also finally to boost adoption of Livepeer beyond crypto insiders. Next slide, please. So this is currently the phase we are now and the next steps we are embarking on. So we are currently gathering feedback from the community for improvements. So if you have some feedbacks to share with us, we'd love to hear what you have to say about this project. And also once we have gathered some good feedbacks and incorporated that, we'll be opening up our public beta so anyone can begin texting and trying out the platform. And finally, we'll be expanding support for more currencies from Latin and other places. Next slide, please. Yeah, finally, we have a link here. If you want to learn more about Lysa Stake, so you can please scan the code on the screen and read more about Lysa Stake. And also, you can leave me a text on Discord at Syria Winner. I'll be happy to chat with anyone that wants to learn more about what we are doing. Yeah, so that's it. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yeah, and one note for me, Winner, thank you for all the hard work on this. I'm super excited about it. Part of the origination of why this is important is because, as people know, I ran delegator workshops. We did 3 of them, and Cyril Winner did one of them in Abuja. So one thing we learned, and I learned this as well, from a mobile experience, right? We asked people to bring your phone or bring a laptop. Almost universally, it seemed the app version on a phone, it was not working. And of course, I know we have talked about Explorer and wanting to improve it for a while now, but I think in the interim, and also this is supposed to be, in the interim it's good, but also I think long term it's good to have other options for people to onboard onto the network. So anyway, I just want to say that I think this is really, really important, especially if we want to continue the delegator workshops and get more people to delegate on Livepeer. The mobile experience is always where people prefer. Anyway, great job, Winner.
Thank you so much, N.
Thank you, Serial Winner. Thank you, N, for the insights also on the idea generation of the project. So next, we have current SP updates. Can we go next slide, please? And the first one, as per request, is the agent SP, I believe. Yeah. So for that, we can invite Phoenix on stage. Yeah. Phoenix, please feel free to update us with the exciting agent SP.
Phoenix, I invite you up. I think you're able to join the stage, hopefully.
Yeah, she has raised hands. Maybe she mentioned that she would be AFK at the beginning, so maybe we can leave this presentation for later. Let's move on, and if she writes a message, then we'll invite again. There she
Hi,
is.
everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, welcome.
Hello, yeah.
Thank you so much. Thanks for giving us an opportunity for a few minutes here. So I'm Phoenix. I'm part of the Agent SPE team, which consists of Titan and Define as the main developers, and we've got Dane as well on our team, and David. So this week, I would just like to give a little brief update as to the funds and what we've been up to. So right now, we're still working on building autonomous live streaming agents on the Livepeer network. That's our main goal. And we're in phase 2, and we're just into month 4 of a total of 6 months for this phase. And so we can see I've got the 3rd monthly report on here. I haven't done the 4th monthly report yet. But just to let you know, Define's been working heavily on autonomous agents within containers for each orchestrator to run separately on the network. And Titan is also working on the Sarah's game and developing our autonomous agent there. We have Dane improving animations for agents within the game engine. So that has made massive advances as well. And I think we'll probably be doing a fireside for more technical updates on those items. So just to look at the 3rd monthly report here, you can see on the screen, we've got, we added Mist server streaming so that then you could kind of swap between Livepeer and Mist server. We started the incentivized inference program, and that will be launching at a much greater rate this week. So that's really exciting. And we've released the custom agent net container and various other items. You guys know about us talking in Berlin. That was a little while ago, but just we did there, which was really exciting. And then we launched Sarah's game as a beta at the end of June. So we're still working on the main focus points of our milestones for this phase. So the most important things for you guys to note here is our budget that's remaining. So as of August the 3rd, as you can see, we've got over 13,000 Livepeer remaining out of a 30,000 total budget at the beginning. And that includes our core team payments, so Define, Titan, and mine, expenses that we can still allocate, and the rewards program. So we're right on track for finishing within budget, basically, and being able to do the full 6 months. Then inference credits, which I know is most important for our orchestrators. So we still have over 9,000 Livepeer from a total of 16,000 initially credited to this project. And those inference credits, they will be going towards all of the orchestrators on the network except the Agent SPE orchestrator. So that one will not be included in those inference credits. And so, as I said, we're going to be launching more of that this week, and we'll be getting more of those inference credits spent on basically all the development that we've done so far. So you'll be seeing that coming through the pipeline with updates from Define and Titan. And that is it from me. More than welcome to ask any questions if anybody has any. Thank you so much for the time. And thanks for your support, everybody, so far.
Thank you, Phoenix. That's super exciting, and I have to acknowledge that the Agent SP has been one of the SPs that have been more thoroughly tracking their report and publishing it in the forum. So thank you so much for that. You're leading the way in accountability for Livepeer. So that's great to see.
Appreciate that.
And
appreciate that. Well, I just wanted to say that we really appreciate the trust and everything that the community has put in us to do this work, and that's why I think it's important that we report back what we're doing. We're doing what we said we were doing, and just so everyone knows what the figures look like and everything, I think it's important. So thanks very much for the opportunity.
Exactly. Thank you. We will be moving on. If anyone has any question for Phoenix or any other SP presenting here, please drop them in the chat, and we'll go through them later if we have time, or they can answer individually. So let's go to the next slide. We have Jason. He's already on stage, so please update us with
Hi everyone,
open source
can
funding.
you hear me?
Yeah, perfectly.
All right. Yep. Reporting update on the OSS funding SPE. I've been running it for almost 3 months now, and we have 6 on the GitHub and a couple of projects on the PayPal getting funded, and I have a link in the GitHub for all the updates to the documents and everything. We also have a developer for Hidden Switch today here with us, and if you'd like to come up on stage and say a few words on how he was introduced to the Livepeer network. He's getting currently sponsored by the OSS funding. So welcome to the stage, Dr. Penderglass. Hidden Switch is currently used by ComfyStream. So it's really important for Livepeer as well. So
Yeah, thank you for bringing me on. I'll just share the screen so you guys can get a sense for what we're doing right away. Is this mostly a lot of you folks might be developers and artists. So some of this.
Sorry, did you want to share your screen? I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, don't worry about that. There's nothing you really need to see, but I think I'll just post so you guys can see. We're being supported to develop a installable version of Comfy UI, which you can find with github.com. Hidden Switch, Comfy UI. Oh, it's just blocked, but
Yeah,
fine on GitHub.
Hold on, let me give you a role.
Sure.
Okay, you should be able to post now.
Great. An installable version of Comfy UI you can find at on GitHub. And this is an up-to-date fork that's intended for long-term support. The funding is used to power a lot of the testing that we do and running the hard infrastructure that's used to validate Comfy UI for applications in a more serious way. So Comfy UI is this art tool that a lot of people have adopted, both because it's on the frontier of a lot of open source image and art generation tooling, and because it's very easy to modify as a developer. Me and my colleagues use Comfy UI to create art generation applications for games like our own, and for others, some big game studios that I'm sure when the time comes, they will talk about how useful this stuff is. But generally, we put all of our work completely open for the community to use, and the support has been invaluable for really touching on a lot of pain points that people have reported with using Comfy UI for more sophisticated stuff. So with ComfyStream and in that ecosystem, just having something that behaves more like a programmable, installable package turned out to be really valuable. This is something that, as a visual artist and as an engineer, it would be difficult to find a way to keep all of the stuff that we do open without support like the kind that we get from you. So I really think that if you want to see stuff like this in the community, you're doing the absolute right thing. And as you start to explore this project, and maybe if you're an artist or a developer who's looking into making generative art tooling, or making something that's meant for other people to use with generative art, I hope this is going to be super valuable. So once again, we're developing this Comfy UI as an installable package that feels right for developers and artists, and your support has been really great. Thank you so much.
thank you, class. If I could ask, like, how were you introduced to the Livepeer community? Like, did you find it after the sponsorship, or were you already connected to the Livepeer net community already?
I was connected through you guys actually through Ryan on the inside, an invaluable member of the generative art community, one of the Comfy Stream Livepeer developers. He actually told me that you folks were using the Hidden Switch Comfy UI fork already, and I had no idea. We met at a invite organized by the Comfy org, and the really nice thing is with the bigger community ecosystem is finding out how your stuff is getting used. We don't collect telemetry. We don't necessarily know any of this stuff. So on the flip side, you'd think, oh, like a lot of GitHub stars, a lot of issues means a lot of adoption. But I think because we have this testing infrastructure, because we're good developers, we don't have that many issues and things work pretty well. So really, it's through the community that you guys have made that we find out about what gets used and what's valuable.
Yeah, I mean, we've heard from a lot of developers about this as well. Like everyone uses open source, but there are very few that they want to sponsor. And we had the opportunity in Livepeer to fund it through the Treasury and run it through the community that we want to support the projects that we are using in the Livepeer and benefiting. So this project has been really good for all Livepeer network. Yeah, there's one slide. If you can go to next. I came across a Varsol post where they're sponsoring the projects they're using. So I think we are in a good track where if all the network, all the programs that we are being used, all the big companies as well, like they start sponsoring, I think open source can really flourish. So if you want to check all the sponsorships and receipts and stuff, they're all updated in the GitHub. If you have any more ideas or projects we should be funding, please share them in the chat, or you can create an issue in the GitHub itself. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jason. It's great to see Livepeer leading the way along all the big projects like Vercel. So if you have any suggestions or questions to Jason, please drop them in the chat. We'll meanwhile move on with the frameworks SPE. For that, we're going to invite Marco on stage. Marco, the stage is yours.
Hi, everyone. Am I audible?
Yeah, perfectly.
Cool. Well, so for the people that need a quick reminder, the Frameworks SPE was created to, especially now with the focus on real-time AI, that we have an entity there to maintain and make the Livepeer transcoding pipeline more robust, and also to build a new Livepeer Studio Lite edition to package these capabilities and in an end-to-end service. So, next slide. What does it mean to make the Livepeer network more robust, right? So, the core problem for any deep-in project is that there's a bit of a gap between what utility network offers and what customers really want to see in a service, right? So when you talk about live video, they want a single ingest point, they want recording, they want global CDN, they want billing, analytics, and all that kind of jazz. So they often end up at traditional cloud platforms that have it all and a global scale, right? And when you look at the Livepeer ecosystem, there's only really one big infrastructure provider, that's Studio. And Studio is doing a great job, but we can always have more infrastructure providers building cars for people, because if Livepeer is the engine, you need to build a whole car around it to get it to run. So for the past few months, we've been working on our answer for a live video platform. And to be clear, this is still a very early development stage, so I wouldn't recommend running it just yet. But we pushed our code base to the public repositories and have our sales website online. And so it's no longer happening behind closed doors. And then next month during the IBC show, which is like a Web2 trade show regarding everything video and audio. So the whole industry will be there, either as a visitor or an exhibitor. So we'll be there as well with our own booth, and we'll have a spot on our flyers to try and talk to people about the Frameworks pipeline, and hopefully we can get our first customers there as well. So, next slide, because we have 5 minutes. I wanted to very quickly show the architecture of the platform. So as you can see, I made it in a rush. Livepeer is not displayed, but Livepeer is supposed to be on the media plane, right next to Mist server, doing the transcoding and hopefully some AI stuff as well in the future. But what we try to do here is really distill every single feature, like a core component, into a separate, isolated microservice. And this way, you can still have, one deployment, just deploy it all on one machine and get going quickly. But if you scale up, you want to have isolated deployments for enterprise customers maybe, and shared free tier, and isolation makes the platform way more stable as well. So we try to be ready for enterprise customers in the future. But again, we're not quite there yet. And hopefully after that, we can also have some other SPEs or businesses running the entire pipeline themselves. And who knows what kind of stuff that would unlock in the future, like a federalized CDN network. So that's about it from my end.
Thank you, Marco. Great update. Also, thanks all for sticking to the 5-minute maximum time. We're going very good in our schedule. So next we have Eli with Streamplace. We're very hyped to hear the updates from Streamplace. We have Eli with the hands up. Hi, Eli.
Can you hear me?
Welcome. Yeah, perfectly. Stage is
Excellent.
yours.
Yeah. Thanks for inviting me up. We've got some nice stuff to share here. If you go to the next slide. Yeah, so this is the headline. We are after doing lots of work behind the scenes. I mean, I say behind the scenes, but I was live streaming almost in all of that work. We're ready to launch Streamplace live streaming within Skylight Social. As a reminder, maybe for people that haven't been following in the background, Skylight Social is a sort of TikTok-like built on Blue Sky's app protocol, and it's the second most popular app after Blue Sky in the app protocol ecosystem. So very, very excited about getting that out there. And we decided to we were going to be in New York around here anyway for an app protocol event. So we got in touch with old Livepeer friends, The Lot Radio, and we'll be launching we will be launching from there at 3 p.m. on August 24th. So looking forward to. I'll drop. There's a link if anybody here wants to RSVP, but would love to. I know there's Livepeer started in New York. I know there's a lot of people interested there, so would love to meet up with everybody there. This is in just the first of. We're also actively. We kicked off the development of a Flutter SDK for Livepeer, so we could get into Spark, which is another of the sort of TikTok clones built on the app protocol, and we're in active conversations with a bunch of other folks in the ecosystem. So hopefully this will be the first of many apps outside of Streamplace itself to integrate Streamplace live streaming. Next slide, please. Yeah, the other big news is we'd been promising this for a long time, never managed to get around with it, but we finally did get there. So we have just need to finish the code review and everything, and we'll get it merged in. This would be integrated to go live peer transcoding within the Streamplace binary. So this is part of a push we've been doing to get people on. We want to not just be the only ones running a Streamplace node, right? Pretty much everything so far has been running off of one giant server that we're renting and running on stream.place. And that was never the vision, right? We want there to be lots of people running Streamplace nodes, and we want all of those nodes to be federating with each other. Talking was syndication would be the term we're using, right? Like a television studio or a local television station syndicating a national broadcast, that kind of thing. So toward that end, we have been working hard on getting Streamplace easy to easy to build, easy to install, easy to document. So I'll drop something in the chat here. So if people are interested in installing Streamplace, there's Homebrew and an apt repository in there for Debian and Ubuntu. More installers on the way. But as part of that, we wanted everybody to have the ability to really easily integrate with the Livepeer network. So now when people are booting up and configuring their own Livepeer nodes or their own Streamplace nodes, they can configure the integrated Livepeer broadcaster within it. You can see I've given sort of an example of some common broadcaster parameters. You can also run an orchestrator. I'm not really, I imagine big orchestrators will continue running Go Livepeer separately, but we do have CPU, but not GPU transcoding support built into there. One more thing I wanted to mention, forgot to make a slide for. We've kicked off a link to. So I wrote a little bit about my time at Livepeer. I've been doing some blogging lately. So on blog.stream.place here, we've been. I gave a little overview of the signing and segmentation format that Streamplace is using, and I also announced we're doing a collaboration with the Haifa Workers Cooperative and with IRO from N0.computer. And that's focused on fleshing out the signed C2PA segment format that I'm hoping to also take to the Livepeer network, and have been communicating with folks on the Livepeer network advisory board about that, as well as a next generation segment replication protocol. So having live streams being able to replicate to lots and lots of different nodes efficiently using the IRO protocol. And I talk a little bit more about that in the post. So that is down the line. This is the kind of thing that we would be talking about if orchestrators want to get into the content distribution game. This is the protocol that we would be using for something like that. So yeah, tons happening, tons landing soon, and tons that I'm hoping that we can upstream to the Livepeer network.
Great. Thank you, Eli. We'll be eager
in chat, Eli.
Yep. Yeah, I was just typing a response, but yes, to Mike's question, already Stream.place is using the Livepeer network for transcoding, and yeah, we like I said, we just sort of landed this push to make it really easy to run independent Streamplace nodes. They can't syndicate each other quite yet, so that's like, you know, it's less interesting running a node then. But as soon as we do that, then yeah, there'll be multiple nodes out there. They'll have Go Livepeer bundled, and if they want transcoding, they will be integrating with the Livepeer network.
Okay, so we'll move on, and we'll be happy to hear more about this launch on August 24th in the next Treasury talks. So now we go with the Gateway ID project update from Eneche. Is Eneche here? Joel. Joel will be providing an update. Welcome, Joel, and the stage is yours.
Yeah, thank you. So a quick refresh for people who don't know Grid SP. So the primary focus of Grid SP is we have been in existence for the past 2 months, and our aim and focus is reducing barrier to entry into Livepeer network by simplifying the gateway setup and managing complexity of infrastructure setup and management. So that is a quick run through for you right now. Please, next slide, please. Can you move to the next slide? All right. So we have made quite some good progress since inception, and so we have completed the overhaul of our user interface and experience for the Grid website, and our one-click deployment is completed for Grid Cloud, which is more like a managed cloud for the gateway itself. And also we've completed bring your own VM support for the ecosystem. So we dwell more on community benefits, which will be on the next slide. You can proceed, please. So what are the community benefits for people who are just hearing Grid? So for developers, majorly is trying to reduce the complexity in managing and setting up of infrastructure. So in this case, you don't need a DevOps expertise to be able to run a gateway, and you don't need the complexity of pulling codes from repository and setting up or monitoring an infra before you can get started. So it gives people and individual focus on product development, and you can also easily experiment with small scale while you scale with cost, and you scale as you progress with cost. So for Livepeer network, it's more of increasing the gateway diversity, and we're looking into reducing this risk of centralization. We have limited gateway within the ecosystem, so having multiple gateway with the help of grid will allow multiple gateways to run within the environment, and more demand generation opportunities, because for grid we are looking at people getting started with your products directly, not like by reducing that complexity of setting up this infrastructure at scratch. You can easily do your one-click deployment of grid while you focus majorly on the product. And within the network, it gives us proper visibility to pricing data collection, which we can easily benchmark between gateways and between gateways within the ecosystem. So next slide, please. We are making some quiet efforts in markets in getting clients to use our products. So at this early stage, we've started partnership discussions with some of the startups, which is one of them is WOW. Is a video platform for UFO researcher. So we are in discussions with this guy to test out our gateway. Also with Clips, which is AI clipping and highlighting tools. We are in discussion with these guys to use our products in order to launch on within the Livepeer network. So why you partner with ShoesGreen? So we've itemized that earlier, full infrastructure control. You can predict cost, no surprise bills or vendor lock-in. You have total control over your infrastructure, while you are able to move your product at a very fast pace. That is update for Grid. Just be in the inbox chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Joel. Very exciting updates. So with this, we have finished with all SP updates. And from GovWorks, we also wanted to provide some notes. Particularly, we published recently the retrospective of GovWorks first term. We included also a Treasury update, Treasury vision of our first term. Next slide, please. Next slide. So we have been doing some maths, some calculation. That's why the meme, because we felt that there was a need to see in the long run what has been Treasury spending on, and which verticals Livepeer has been mostly focused on. And since GovWorks has a high-level overview of all SPs contributing to Livepeer, which proposals are being passed, then we started classifying different SPs in different verticals, and then we reached 4 different verticals. If we can go to the next slide. So we identified 4 verticals. First one and the smallest in this pie graph is governance, which is GovWorks itself. GovWorks is dedicated to looking at the treasury from the high-level perspective, and then creating frameworks that are efficient for treasury funding. So that's what the governance spending has been for. We also have been passing many education and in real life events proposals, but of course this has been smaller than other less frequent but bigger in request proposals. So education in real life took 6.7% of Livepeer Treasury spending. This is in total 21.7 thousand LPT since October 2024 that GovWorks started engaging with Livepeer Treasury. Then the second biggest spending has been on app development, so teams that want to bring their app to the market and they request support from the Livepeer Treasury. That has been 37.7% of the Treasury spending, or 121,000 LPT approximately. And the biggest spending, which I think is very useful because it improves Livepeer infrastructure. Also, we have seen open software being funded from the Livepeer Treasury, and that's also included in the core development, which has taken 52.8% of the Treasury, in total 170,000 LPT approximately. So this makes all a total of 322,000 LPT allocated over around 10 months of GovWorks engagement. So we don't want to further analyze on this. So we provide the data and then we leave the community to discuss and to evaluate whether these metrics, these rates of spending of the Treasury are efficient or not, and provide clarity on what the future of Livepeer Treasury spending will be. But so far, this is what we have seen. And yeah, happy to hear your thoughts. If you think that there should be more vertical being funded, less verticals being funded, we open the analysis for further discussion. But so far, this is what we have seen, and we will continue reporting as more SPE proposals pass, so that the community is informed and then can make action on it. So with this, we'll move on to the very next part of the talk, which are some updates and reminders. Oh, this is not updated, but basically encouraging all SPs to fill their milestones. If there has been some report, we sent some messages. Some of them were answered. Some of them are still pending for completion. So please do it as soon as possible, because we will be posting a post on the progress of milestones of different SPs this week. And also, as always, reminding people that Wednesdays at 7 UTC, at 5 UTC 17, and there will be a Livepeer fireside where there will be chats with different SPE contributors hosted by N2. So with this, I think we're done. Thank you so much to everyone for joining. Thank you all the SPs to come on stage and provide some updates. And surprisingly, even though we had many contributors presenting, we have some time left. So I'll just give some space for people to make some questions or make some comments. Otherwise, we can call it here.
Amazing. Thank you, Jose, for that presentation. I just did a quick poll. This is not binding. It's not like we're voting on chain here, but just curious as a pulse check to see if people like the split, voting, the spending split we've chosen over the last year or so. So just curious what people think, not binding or anything. I was just wanting to see where people were at. But if there are no questions, we can shift into into water cooler chat. I just need to start recording, but then we can invite everybody up. Lots of stuff to talk about. I mean, there were some really big announcements today from various SPs, so I'm sure that lots of folks might want to dig into that. All right. Feel free to stop presenting, Jose. Oh, that's me. Sorry. LOL. All right, I'm going to start inviting folks up, and then we'll slowly shift into water cooler. Also, welcome up, Rick.
Thank you, and great Treasury talk before this. Loved all the updates from the SP. A lot of progress being made.
Yeah, you love to see it.
Hello.
Welcome, Mike.
What is going on, everyone?
Doing great. You, Mike.
Howdy, howdy.
Hello.
All right, so I
Hey,
sent
Rick.
everyone an invite. Sorry, go ahead, Jason. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Hey, no worries. I was just saying hi to everyone.
All right.